All right. I am joined by Mr. Siraj. But before you introduce yourself, I just want to say thank you so much to Workshop 17 for this opportunity for us to collaborate and use the studios. And if you want to record your podcast, reach out to them and we'll leave all the information in the description below. And the podcast is a podcast where we bring professionals so that they can come and share their story, their journey, to help someone who is interested in the same career and for them to learn and thrive. And with that said, hi, Mr. Siraj, how are you?
Hi, good. How about you?
I'm well, thanks. Please introduce yourself and what you do.
So my name is Siraj Bedford.
Yep.
I'm a founder of an AI startup that's trying to bridge design and contracting in the building industry.
Yeah.
Before that and currently parallel, I'm working as an electrical engineer, doing high-level construction, high luxury construction in UAE, and I have previous experience in South Africa.
Wow. Awesome. I think we're going to get into all the things that you're doing. What inspired you to study electrical engineering?
So I would say that it wasn't clear from the start, but in high school I did take an engineering class, engineering drawings class and basic CAD usage class. And I would say that was sort of the initial seed of thinking that it might be something that I want to pursue. And that led me to studying at Stellenbosch University, my bachelor's degree in electrical and electronic engineering, which was a 4-year standard bachelor's program.
Yeah.
It was well worth all the late nights and everything new that I learned while I was there. It gives you a broad skill set, a general skill set, but it's very useful in industry. Yes.
Awesome. You're a graduate. There are things that you were doing, like for example, you just mentioned now, the late night. Please advise someone who is studying engineering, electrical engineering, and so that they can make it on the other side. Yeah. What advice can you give them?
Number one piece of advice I would give is to plan.
Okay.
I myself did not stay directly on university campus. If it's something that you can do and it's within your budget, I would say that living on campus is probably a good one. And you will get those late nights, but you have to know it's worth it. In the end, you won't see it while you're studying, but all the opportunities will open for you once you're done with it, and more international opportunities are opening up for South Africans like us.
Yeah.
And you have to be in that process of learning, constantly learning, and just believing that where you are now is not where you're going to be forever.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are now done with your degree and your bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And then you move on to your first job.
Yes.
How was the transition like? And please share what you were doing.
Yeah. So the transition was not like university at all, obviously. But when I got into the working environment, I'd say that you don't necessarily need all those technical skills that you do in university. I mean, the mathematics are very basic. So coming into a company, a big consulting firm, you need to learn social skills. And that's what I would say I spent a lot of time doing in the beginning, getting to find mentors, meeting graduates. I joined on a graduate program.
Yeah.
And sort of immersing yourself in the different departments. I think within the span of a year, I was working in renewables, machine learning, as well as what I was hired for, which was the construction industry.
Yeah.
And try to get into a big firm where you're given a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it forces you to learn and become more aware of what you're doing.
100%.
Yeah.
Could you dive deeper into the graduate programs to advise someone who is studying their graduate program? What is the attitude that you require for you to become better in that?
So most graduate programs, to my knowledge, last 2 years. So at this stage, the company that's taking on is not really expecting you to know anything.
Yeah.
And then with that, you definitely, knowing that they're not expecting anything great from you at the start, means you have to really, really take responsibility for and for what you're doing, and open yourself up to taking on more responsibility. That's the number one thing I think graduates should come in with that mindset.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you meet graduates all your age. Maybe some of them studied masters. Maybe some of them came from a technical college.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them came from a traditional university.
Yeah.
But you're all there for the same thing. That's also the team mindset that you have to have.
100%.
Yes.
Awesome. Team mindset. So you finish your graduate program. Please share what focus did you focus on from the renewables, constructions, and everything, and share what you were doing there.
Yeah, so I started out for the first few months doing construction. That's working in the built environment, and the first project I think I was given was basically construction site of like one building of 60 something units, and one building of like 600 units. So there I was really thrown into the deep end at the consulting company that I was working for, and that's the greatest position to be in. You don't feel it at the time, but so in terms of that, what I was doing the electrical design, actually contacting municipalities to get approvals. I would do the lighting design of these apartments. I would consult with other subcontractors that would do specialist package systems like backup power. So that's what I was doing for the first year and into the second year when I was working at the consulting company. Then the manager that I was working under saw some potential in me, I think, and I moved on to doing rooftop solar because that's the way things are going. So there's sort of this line in between everything. So that's where I started doing solar design, also within the same company, gaining that skill set. And then basically once I was doing that, I came across another team, the machine learning team. In renewables, there's a lot of data that's recorded, so you can build models from this data, and that's where I became interested in machine learning.
Yeah. Awesome. And then what is the most valuable lesson you got from the construction side?
Get great mentors as fast as possible.
Speaking of mentors, we have a mutual mentor. And he's here with us, Mr. Mays. We just want to give a shout out to Mr. Mays. I know he's here with us. Shout out, Mr. Mays. Thank you for also sponsoring the podcast as well. and I hear good things only also from Siraj. So we're in good hands. With that said, you're doing your master's, you're also working, and you're a founder. How do you balance your time, and how does that look? How does your day-to-day look like?
Yeah, well, just thinking about it at a high level, you kind of have to project yourself into 10 years
Sure.
first.
100%.
Where do you want to be? And for me, I think that's being a founder of a company. And you kind of need to strategize on your way to there. How I split my time depends from day to day. Some day jobs or can be very demanding, and so you have to work with the time that you have around that. So my current day today is waking up at 7, working till 5, and then when I get home, when the day is over, when everything is silent, I would either do working on my startup or I would do academic work. And that's how I try to plan it in a way that I get my objectives done for the week. And that's the sort of back planning that you need to do.
Sure.
When you project yourself in a few years.
100%. Wow. Let's get into your master's. What is your master's about? Please share with us what your master's is about.
Yeah. So picking up from the consulting again.
Okay.
I work in renewables and I work in machine learning, which has a lot to do with data.
Yeah.
So I started, I think it was my second year working at the consulting company. I messaged a bunch of professors or emailed a bunch of professors from different universities. And there was one professor from Stellenbosch University that could really see there was some topic that we could really work on together. And that's the intersection of machine learning and renewables. So the current topic is, if I could put it at a high level, it's building an AI agent or some sort of intelligence that can make decisions to how to optimally control a solar PV battery system.
Okay.
And with the objective of decreasing, it's in a South African context, so it means objectives like decreasing the downtime during load shedding.
Okay.
And as well coupled with the objective of how can you still make this plant profitable. So that's where my current work lies in the research.
Wow. And then please share with us I don't want to use the word challenges of finding a supervisor. The challenges of finding a supervisor. How was that like for you, so that you can advise how do you choose a supervisor?
I think you don't choose the supervisor. The supervisor chooses you.
Okay.
In my experience. And it's sales, basically. If you think about it, everything in life is sales.
Okay.
So high volume of sending emails to possible supervisors and kind of putting 3 or 5 topics that you think you would be interested in, and sending them to the quote unquote right person in their field.
Sure.
Just keep sending emails.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So we'll get to the process of your master's, but I'm sure you can't say much because you're still working on it, right?
No,
or can you?
I'm on. You can ask.
Okay. All right. Please share, like you mentioned, that your master's it's on solar. Is there anything that you can add to the information that you've already given us? How is it like? How do you spread your time working on it?
In my master specifically, there's being in the sort of learning stage. You have to start playing around. So how it's split is that you do the experiments in software, and you see if they match your industry standard software.
Sure.
On a time series basis or like a graph basis, basically. And then you know that you're sort of on track in some way. Sorry, could you repeat that question?
So I was asking about your masters. Is there anything that you can add? Because I remember you mentioned that you're trying to optimize your battery and you're creating an agent.
Okay. Yeah.
So is there anything that you can add on that?
So number one thing is that you have to benchmark it against something.
Okay.
And that's the industry standard software. It's called Homer.
100%.
And basically that optimizes your battery size and PV size already.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, you can kind of do your own simulation based on that battery size and PV size.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes between the industry standard software and your current AI agent is the actions that it takes. And the goal is to match that industry standard software based on data that you have.
Yeah.
So not logic. Based on all the data collected from weather data to load data, load shedding blackout data. You combine this all into one data set. And from there, you optimize a model. That's where the machine learning part comes in.
Yeah.
To anticipate these blackouts, load shedding blackouts. So it's in the South African context again.
Yeah.
And basically train this model so that you get better or similar results to the industry standard software.
Sure.
Eliminating the need for expensive licenses. So where I'm currently at is that I've done the experiments. It's looking favorable.
Nice. And
now moving on to conferences and writing up the sort of academic part of it.
Nice. Well, congratulations, and we're rooting for you so that you can get your master's. I know PhD is loading.
No. I'll be honest, no.
I was reaching, but if you want to go that route, we're rooting for you.
Yeah.
We know that you can do it. Yeah. And maybe you can share with us what is the most challenging thing about doing your master's. It's in the South African context. It's not in South Africa, but you're in the UAE.
Yeah.
Please share the biggest challenges that you have doing your master's.
The biggest challenge is, I would say, not having to do with a master's at all.
Okay.
I would say it's the time management.
Okay, I see.
Masters.
Yeah.
So you have to be very intentional about what you do and timelines and objectives. I would say maybe the most technical thing I've needed to start doing with the masters itself from the get-go is reading the literature around the subject that I'm doing and kind of getting into that process of wanting to contribute to the landscape of knowledge in that area. So taking the time to read papers, taking the time to have meetings with other academic people in the same field, bouncing ideas off them. It's been a learning curve.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Siraj, thank you so much for coming through and with the turn of events of how we got to actually have this podcast. I truly appreciate your time.
Thank you.
It means a lot to me. And we're wishing you all the best. And like our mutual friend would say, Myron, don't close the doors behind you. Yeah. So with that said, I think maybe let me just touch a bit on your. I know you touched a bit on it, which is your being a founder and AI. How is that going? How do you work out the business model?
Yeah. And
let's talk about that.
So it's actually a problem that I've been trying to solve since a long time.
All right.
There's this very famous saying in startup culture in Silicon Valley. It says, do things that don't scale.
Okay.
Which means that you haven't found a recipe for success yet. but you're kind of, fitting and finding data points that could lead you there.
100%.
So it started actually 2021 already.
Yeah.
I started playing around with software development and mobile app development and seeing how that could be. I think it was at some point I started reaching out to people that would use this app, and the idea at the time was to get costing for simple housing projects like replacing windows and things like this.
Sure.
That was something that did not scale because I would literally go to somebody's house and do it, me as the founder myself. So that was very difficult.
Yeah.
And actually getting people to come out on weekends because I couldn't do it in the week,
Yeah.
Trying to find that time. So that's when I was still living in South Africa. From there, I realized that obviously that's not very scalable. And so what I'm currently in the process of doing now is that I wasn't really good at marketing at that time.
Okay.
And I did not know what startups entail. So now currently going on, and what I've learned is that you kind of same about trying to sell your product, right?
Yeah.
You have to get it to a large number of users. So things like skills like lead generation is something that I've had to take a step back and say, wow,
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do this before I can even think about building a product.
100%.
So that mindset of you need to currently, like, you need to always assess what I'm doing correct. And that's the engineer's sort of training in your corporate job that you learn.
Yeah.
And so from there, what I'm currently busy with is Open Builder AI, which is my company.
Sure.
And what it's trying to do is take all the guessing work out of design and construction and putting it all into one platform.
Yeah.
So what the current demo is, or what I'm trying to prove, is that in lighting, you can use a AI model like ChatGPT or Claude to control design, which is angles of lights, positions of lights, and then using that, converting it to a design, and also procuring directly from the website or the platform. And so that basically, to me, that's the full stack of construction.
100%.
Design, construct, procure, and that's what I'm currently pursuing.
Awesome. I think Mr. Mays will go deeper into that one. IES files, how do you get that in? But I think I'll just leave it to you guys to go deeper on that.
Yeah.
However, thank you so much for coming through, Siraj. Truly appreciate it. And we want to say thank you so much to Workshop 17 for coming through, for allowing us to collaborate, working together and making this podcast come to life. And if you want to record your own podcast as well, please reach out to them. We want to leave the information in the description below and bring your podcast to life. And thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome.